Okay, it look like Instagram ain't working. I don't see us live on Instagram. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's see if YouTube working. Let's see. But how y'all two doing?
We look. It's warm. It's hot. But we live on YouTube. I
Oh,
see
we
us.
live on YouTube. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Okay, at least the YouTube working. I don't know
Hey,
what's up with
Hey, hey,
Instagram.
hey.
yo.
That sucks. That's sad. All that damn work to put in Instagram ain't even working, but that's okay. Instagram step it up, and I don't know if Facebook working. That's okay. That's okay. But 6 years, ladies. Six years. That's
Congratulations.
crazy. That is crazy. I like six just sounds so long. It don't feel long, but I'm like 6.
It's long.
It's
It's
long.
It's
long.
long. I
It's
mean,
long.
6 years of anything
Yeah.
is a long time. To be honest with you, it doesn't feel as much like 6 years. Like, I mean,
Mm-mm.
to us, we see all the ins and outs,
Right.
the puttings together and the break-ins apart, and it still only feels like maybe we've been on the air like maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't feel
Yeah.
like six.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know if it's just maybe just because of the pandemic had something to do with like the speeding of time,
Yeah.
but honestly, it feels like maybe three,
Yeah.
maybe three, if I'm being completely honest. But then when we see that episode count, and you're like episode 324,
Right.
I know.
then you're
I'm
like,
like, when
oh
we
yeah,
do
no,
all
we
that?
definitely 6 years, girl.
How
Cause
did we do 324 episodes?
look, and it's crazy that like what is it like 85% of episodes like of podcasts don't make it past like 12.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, what y'all doing? Damn.
Like we really are aunties, okay? Because you know what an auntie will do? An auntie will talk about something.
That part.
Something.
a,
Something.
an auntie always got something to say, so it makes sense where we're at 324.
You right on that. You right on that. It's like, damn. Yeah. Yeah. I would agree. Maybe I was like thinking like maybe three. Maybe
Yeah,
three. But then like I go back like today I was just looking through just like because like I had to make a just like a YouTube thumbnail and I was looking at like all the old ones. I was like, damn, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we did that time. And it's just weird. Like you just kind of go and we've said this before. You just kind of go on to the next week. Like you just like you record the episode, cool, do the little edits, and then you're on to the next so much that it's hard to sometimes almost just slow down and be like, whoa, let me take this all in. That like what we've done and what we've built and and the journey that it's been. So it's been hard to even soak it all in all the time.
yeah. I
I'm gonna
honestly,
say,
yep. Say it, say
I'm
it.
gonna,
Go ahead
I'm
and
Do
just
it.
say
gonna
it.
look. Let's pat ourselves on the back because to to any podcast that has made it 6 years, like we've seen some podcasts that we have admired and
Yeah.
have watched and have appreciated and been on, gone, just
Yeah.
Baby.
and and we still together.
That's true. No, that's so true.
Yeah.
And you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna hop on our story real quick and tell them that the Instagram ain't working. So, community, for some reason, the Instagram feed ain't working. Hop over on YouTube. They do better.
And I'm
Thank you,
putting the
boo. See
link
you
in
over
there
there.
right now. Look, that's how we do. We make
You
things
know,
shake. We make things
absolutely.
shake.
Speaking of shake, what about these hairdos?
Oh, oh.
Because
I
it's
I
mean,
said, I said, Dewan came with the hood wig today.
I,
Came
I was
with the
telling I
hood
was
one.
telling Carell I was building an R&B, like like oldie R&B playlist, and I've been listening to Keisha Anita Baker for like literally the
Keisha
last
Cole.
you
well,
almost well that Keisha.
but
That's a Keisha Cole wig.
this is a
That's
Keisha
why
Cole wig.
Right.
it
This is a Keisha
is.
Cole wig. So I might need to add a little bit of Keisha Cole. I might have to break the decade rule and throw a little bit of Keisha Cole in there
Nah, I'm not
just for good
mad at
measure.
it. I'm not mad at it at all. I like it.
Yeah.
I
It,
like
it
it.
is.
She's a
Where'd you
little
get it
thin.
from?
The place that's right up the street in Harlem.
Yeah, it's the though.
Yeah. It is
That's
such
that
an
Harlem wig.
interesting layer of colors, though. Like it's given like hood Neapolitan ice cream.
I look like I should be going to Bella Noche's.
If we
comment
can't go to
below.
Bella Noche, then where the fuck
Where
can we
the
go?
hell
Where the fuck did he go?
That is the Bella Noche.
Yep. 1000%.
Well, you know, most of the time I serve the true auntie wig, you know,
Yes.
very, very much like she's going to the cookout wearing Louboutin. Like, but
Yes.
today I
Today
felt
she
like,
said, "I'm the
you know,
hood
she said,
auntie."
yeah, I got 8 kids by 9 different daddies.
Hey,
I mean,
not mad at it. Not mad at it.
she busy.
So again, this is the first time on this platform that we're streaming. So I'm just getting used to the lay of the land, and it's mighty quiet. So I don't know where people at.
Yeah.
Where y'all hoes at? But that's okay. We'll get folks to hop in, and it's normally it's a little later than we normally do. We usually do it on the weekends, so we're well aware that folks might
It's
be
a
like,
work night.
Mhm.
You
that
know,
part.
people
Bitch,
got like, I
shit
got,
to do.
look, I got bills to pay.
I know that's
So-
right.
Can I just
But
do a little bit of a flashback to last week's episode when Darrell was sharing the story about Michelle Williams being on the airplane? I literally have not stopped thinking about that experience, and I have secondhand trauma as a result of it.
Really?
Like, I still just can't believe the audacity. Like, it's another thing when if the toes were white, it would be expected.
Look,
But what I really want to say,
Um,
I can't. Mm-mm.
And the funny thing is like the world picked up on it. Like I saw it on the Sherry Show. I saw it on Jesus has his whatever his new podcast is. Is no longer Jesus and Mero. That's another one that don't bit the bus, the dust, and
Mhm.
they were a big time. Damn.
Mhm.
But everybody was talking about this foot, and I think she took down the foot from her page. Like I was looking at it today, I was like, "Dang,
Yeah,
said
she
that.
did.
Probably felt bad. She didn't know it was gonna pick up that much press.
But I want to know whose foot it was. That's what I really want to know. Like,
Done
not to
seen that
shame.
food
I
all
just
on the
want to.
TV.
I just want to understand what pedigree we dealing with. You know, is this regular smegular black pedigree? Because I just want to know where was the home training.
not at home.
Not on that flight.
Nor at home.
Right? They said we ain't home right now. They said we on a plane. I'm putting my feet up.
You know,
But I mean,
you know, here's the thing. But the foot was so bad. Like, even at home, they should be wearing socks. Like,
You are at 1,000% right about that. To be honest
Yeah.
with you, I mean, maybe if we were like into feet, we might have a little bit of a different spin on it, but
Right? Maybe if you had
I
that
don't,
fetish.
I don't know.
And
who
I'm not
wanna get
like
it over.
I'm not like anti feet. Like I don't have a thing about feet one way or the other kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
But
I have a thing about hands. I have a thing,
Yeah.
not like hands that turn me on, but like
Oh.
hands that turn me off. Like,
what's on a hand that turns you off?
That's my
Oh.
hand.
I was thinking about it. I was debating to say it or not. I wasn't sure if it's gonna be PC or not.
no,
This hand
we're
ain't
not.
strong enough.
We're not, listen, you know, disabilities aside, I don't know. There
Yes.
is just something about a well manicured hands, nice fingernails, like. And when those things don't exist, like when you see like nail beds that are just like completely busted up or super frail and thin or like bit down to the nub, I'm just,
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
You really got, don't touch me.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a hands thing. Like I think I've said this before. I like Corey's hands because I call him like he has thick hands and thick feet, so I call him Bam Bam sometimes. But I think they're
Bam,
cute.
bam.
Nah,
Bam
so,
bam.
so I like his hands, but yeah, I guess I don't. Hands and feet, one way or the other, is not maybe high on my list. We talked about the inner thigh meat, that up there. That's up there.
That's
A nice smiles up there. A nice butt is up there. A nice peen is up there. Yeah. But the hands, I can, as long as they clean, as long as you wash your hands, your legs, and your ass, I'm all right.
I don't know. I get what I understand the hand thing, but mine isn't about it being well made. Like, I like a hand that looks like it'll rough you up. like just a
Nope.
manhandle.
She
Like
wants to be destroyed.
just that's the hand that's been like, I will choke you. And I'm like, okay,
Ooh,
just
ooh.
These are one of those moments where I feel asexual. I really do. Because I am like, don't get me wrong, like, I love all the sex talk and all that kind of stuff or whatever, but it's not like at the forefront. So like,
Yeah.
I can go there with the banter, but I'm just, I don't know.
Do
I
you
feel a
like? I
little
guess
asexual
question
with
for you
that.
on that because like you like getting to know someone and like the intellect and all that stuff at first, and then it kind of turns you on.
Absolutely.
Once you're comfortable with that conversation, be more turned on, or is still just like no, that's just not my cup of tea.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because initially like me, I'm like okay, it could be Joe Schmo down the street, like.
Oh,
If I think you're cute, it is what it is. But like, if it's someone that you're comfortable with and you've been able to talk with and things like that, and kind of have like a comfortability with, I guess. Then if the sexual talk and things like that kind of comes up, does that turn you on more, or is it still just like even the talk is not really my
mm.
cup of tea? Or
Any kind of sex talk is kind of like the foundation has to be laid first.
right,
For
got it,
me,
yeah,
for
yeah,
me. And I'm not saying this is like all the time, but I'm just saying like in general,
yeah,
I want to make sure that like we actually vibe. Like there's
yeah,
something going on there that's just beyond bodies.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I I can appreciate somebody's physical features, and I do
hmm hmm
appreciate a lot of physical features out there,
hmm
but taking it to the next step of actual physical engagement and whatnot,
yeah,
there's a lot that I'm like, for example, when we were in Brazil, lots of just gorgeous menses everywhere, but I was never like turned on. It was like, ooh,
right.
I was oogling, but
what was that?
I wasn't percolating.
See, I'm oogling, percolating, and
See,
percolating and oogling.
right.
It's interesting because like for me, I can find like physical like parts of a
And
person
hey,
attractive.
hey,
I can find physical components of a person attractive, but the moment there is no chemistry, I don't care anymore. Like
Mhm.
it's a complete like
yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
out and I'm out. For that reason, I am also out. Like
right, yeah.
Yeah.
you just won't catch it from me. Like I won't just take one because they a fine person. Like I
And
still
we're
have to
Right.
have that that connection emotionally with someone. Otherwise, I'm just like,
and you and I
no,
both what I'm sorry, no, you identify as
demisexual.
demisexual.
Demi.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
more sapiosexual, which is
Yeah.
more about like
And I'm
like
just
connection.
sexual.
Sexual.
Why to get sexual?
Oh, that's right.
But honestly, though, I say that, and a lot of times I just play that part a little more in the podcast just because it's funny. I'm definitely that. But the older I've gotten, though, and I mean, I've been married for 9,000 years at this point, but like even just like flirting and things like that, I agree. It's just like you want to have a little more of a connection because after a point, it's like been there, done that a little bit, and there's
Mm-hmm.
always the exception to the rule. But I find that like it's definitely more enjoyable if you're connected physically and just like personality and things like that. Be like, oh, I've really messed with you. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you're really cute.
Yeah. Back in your scroll back in the memory banks when you
The
were in your
MapQuest
like
days.
no let's scoot up a little bit further than that.
He said
We're gonna
fast
talk
for
Yeah.
a little bit.
we're gonna go to we're gonna smartphones have released and Grinder comes out. Were you ever on Grinder or Jacked or
Oh yeah.
any of the apps back then?
Oh
And
yeah.
like how would you describe like your experience? Was it more like um I'm getting on, I'm saying like two little words like is we fucking, is we not? And then if they not, then I'm moving on to the next, or
No,
like what was your
I'm
experience
never
like?
that that is we fucking a all kind of thing. That's not
Like this
kind of
is
like my
pre-scruff,
energy. Right.
pre-sniffies,
Right.
pre-sniffies.
Right. Right. I've never been that kind of a person. Like I want to at least. There is always been a sense of okay, we gotta at least see if there's a slight something. Like it's
Uh-huh.
never just
Mm-hmm.
been at least on the apps. Maybe if like in person, like say like the Steamies days and things like that.
Mhm.
it's like the venue is like, is we fucking or not? Like, or is we doing something
That
or
part.
not?
Right.
But like the apps was more like, okay, it was maybe almost a slight turn off, quite frankly, from the get go. Be like, we fucking on. Damn,
Yeah.
can I get a hello? Damn. Then is we fucking or not? So like, I've never been one where it's just like that immediate. It might be in the first 10 minutes, but but it wasn't
Gotcha.
never like just off the bat. Is we or is we not? Because that feels a little more transactional, maybe. Even though I know the
Yeah.
whole experience is transactional, I
Hmm.
don't want to at least maybe feel that it's transactional, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
And maybe,
does.
and so maybe it is maybe a slight connection that is needed. Now that I'm talking out loud about it, but it doesn't have to be like the most spiritually connected moment.
That I understand.
Yeah. So
I don't
yeah.
know. Like I could probably count on maybe two hands the amount of times that I've like hooked up with somebody, whether it's from the apps. Yeah, usually from the apps where I've hooked up with somebody that was like, it was just like truly transactional. Like, oh, I saw their picture, they saw my picture. We like said a few words, and it's like, okay, well, you coming over to me and I'm coming to you, and let's do it. I could probably count on like two hands how many times I've done that in my
Yeah.
entire life. But
Yeah.
for the most part, um, I don't know, like I'm realizing more, especially as I'm like have been in situations with a lot of friends, like coming out of like Rio and like, like really deepening friendships here in New York and stuff like that. Like I'm realizing that I'm not as sexually driven as most of my friend group.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would not characterize like my friend group as being like, like these are top tier gays. All of
Yes.
us, all of
Yes.
y'all, top tier gays.
Oh,
so,
oh, oh.
so
Sorry for your
you know,
mid tier, low tier gays.
I mean, if we're not hanging
That's a
out,
T. That might be a new minority. Top tier gay. And by the way, some might want the bottom tier gay.
there's a lot going on at that bottom. A lot going on down there. I wouldn't know, but some of y'all may know what's going on down there. But
Some
I
might
say all
like
that
to
to
be
say
in the
that
mid
like
tier.
but I'm just starting to realize and I think accept the fact that like the way that I'm wired is a little bit different in that kind of
Yeah.
way. Like I can kiki with
Which is
y'all
fine.
know. I mean, I kiki with the
Yeah.
girls and all that kind of stuff. But like when it actually comes down to like the nitty gritty of like, oh, there Durango hooking up with some da 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 da.
Right, right, right.
That don't really happen with me.
Got it, got it, got it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel that. I don't know. I'm very much the same way. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know. I
I'm
just like to look from a
somewhere,
distance. I honestly,
somewhere
I
maybe in
think
the
for me
middle.
is mostly because I really don't like people, and as much as I can find a person attractive, people exhaust me. Like I find myself being like, ugh, the idea of entertaining somebody, I'm just like, nope. That means I got to talk to you. That means I got to care. That means there's emotions and feelings involved. I'm good. I'm gonna stay over here by myself.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like for me, I think it leans a little bit more that way, and I
yeah,
think that's why I don't end up wanting to do anything with anybody. But
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
So
no, I and I'm just trying not to tell myself too much, but no, yeah, I'm obviously probably a little more on this side than you two, but I'm not maybe the extreme of it. Like, and I know some folks are more the extreme and things like that. And whatever whatever floats your boat, one way or the other, as long as you're safe, whatever that means for you and that human being or human
hmm
beings,
Mhm.
I don't
I
care.
mean, but
Do
some
what you
people
gotta
really
do.
be out here getting it in. I got a friend, and
And that I don't know if bothers
he'll
me
be
though.
like, but no, it don't bother me. I'm amazed.
Oh,
Like
maze.
I'm so close to zero. Okay,
Yeah.
because I have a friend that'd be like, oh yeah, I went to this orgy, I went to this bathhouse or this
Oh,
sex
damn.
party, and they'd be like, I hooked up with like 34 different people
Uh-huh.
in a night, and I'm like, girl,
I'm like, damn. I wish I had them days back in the day. Just to say I did it.
we the same age.
34.
We the same age. So we're not talking about somebody at 21, 25, in their 20s
Yeah.
still.
Man, man,
So
hey.
I'm with Dewan. I just
I-
feel just a little wired just a little differently. And again, and it's
Like,
not to knock it. It's just not to knock it. Again, just too exhausting
yeah.
for me.
For
Yeah.
example, like I have friends that will go to the bathhouse together. Like they won't hook up with each other
Hmm.
most of the time, but because they out there,
Yeah.
they out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But they would do their little friend group, and then they'll go out drinking or whatever, and then they'll like go to the bathhouse and go their separate ways, or just be out there doing
Yeah.
whatever they're gonna like. I never
I've
see a
done that before
world.
though.
See,
I have with our group.
I'm about to say,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say
my
no
group.
names, but
I wasn't
Yeah,
gonna say
my
any
group.
names either.
They don't
I'm
know the
not
people in
gonna
that group. They don't
Hey,
know the people in that
hey,
group.
crew.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because
And-
we done all wait in that line together, girl. I'm like, all right, you ready for this? All right. See you on the other side. I'll see you tomorrow at brunch.
That part.
And then,
That
and then
part.
go
No,
get
you
some,
didn't.
and then go to Sofrito afterwards and get yourself
Baby.
a burrito, baby.
Chilling.
right before the way home.
Chilling.
So I know that that's a situation, and I don't think that I've ever been like, and I'm not a prude. I mean, y'all heard.
Yeah.
I'm,
I'm not a prude.
she's
She
been
just
around.
wants some respect. That's all you want. You
Look.
just want some respect.
I don't, but you know what? I think it's more of I don't really want to be in other people's business like that, and I don't want people in my business like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe a Leo. I think that's like a Leo thing. Like
Yeah.
You think?
I mean,
do you think? And hold on, but I got a question for that. But let's say hey to a couple folks real quick. Hey, everyone that's hopping in. We see the messages here. Let's put it on the screen right quick, so we can acknowledge y'all for hopping in. Hey, Super
Justin,
Kid B.
let me tell you, Justin be on
Hey.
it.
Seriously, like every Monday, like if I don't see his comments, that's when I know I must have fucked up the upload. Because I'm like, I ain't seen his comment yet. Oh, yep, I ain't released it in time or whatever it may be. So that be on me. What's up, Boo? Thank you for rocking with us for so long. Hey, Boo. Hey, Charles.
What
Let's
up,
see here, Sister
Charles?
Hey.
Okay, yup. Oh, let's see here. Hey, Marco. We love you too, Boo. Thanks.
That's our baby.
That
Oh.
is. Oh,
I can't wait to see you next
everything
month.
coming in. Happy 6th birthday. We 6, baby. Thank you, Boo.
Yes.
Thank you. And let's see here. Carell's micro braids are making me want to watch. I know that's right. Thank you for Dewan, because he's the one that got me these. Thank you, Dewan.
A little minority history. We were at CultureCon, and these are the wigs that I was searching for when when La Roche was on there, and I was bored by that conversation. I was like, I'm about to find me some braids, and I got a set for me. I got a set for her. I didn't try twice to get them over to Seattle, and Seattle said, we got enough black shit over here.
Right, they said no more. No
Don't need it.
Damn, no, I don't forgot what I was going to ask you. I had a follow-up question to what you just said. What was the last thing you said?
About going to the
Not being bougie.
No.
Well, I mean that's how I live, honey.
Right, that's right.
No, we were talking about like friend groups that go to like the bathhouse and all that kind of stuff together.
Damn, I should have wrote it down. Anyway, sorry, mind be slipping me. So much on my mind here, trying to do all this shit here. But again, community, thank you. We don't say it enough, and we need to say it probably more often. But 6 years, like we were saying at the top, not a lot of podcasts make it that far, and for us to continue to grow and have different opportunities because you guys are watching and listening and supporting us. Like, thank you, especially now where they're trying to get rid of us.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get rid.
You know who they is.
Not us.
All of us. All of us. Everything. LGBTQIA. B,
all of us.
yellow.
Let me tell you, as you know, they can try as much as they want to, but let me tell you, they ain't gonna do none of that work themselves. So
across the board. So yeah, baby, they ain't.
No,
they'll realize.
Yeah.
Well, they probably won't realize the ego too strong, but it is what it is. We keep moving on. Let's see here. Hold on, one more here. We'll put on the screen. Jarrell, I miss you so much. Can't wait to see you in July. Ooh, the cat's out the bag. You'll know where Jarrell at in July. Oh man. But all right, let's see. What's the topic list? We haven't even hit on that. Let's see here. Oh. Question. So we saw that Gail and crew were going up in space, and Gail is the meme of the year so far. Meme of the year. She said, "I don't want to do this shit. I didn't even mean to come up here," but she did it, which is dope to kind of overcome fear and things like that with the opportunity. First question is, if you were afforded that opportunity, would you do it? And then B, do you think it's just a frivolous waste of money and time that a lot of folks are saying, like, why would we be spending money on that when we have so many issues? Or do you see it as it could be an and situation?
I would do it. I would go. Um, I do ever think like there's just so much other shit going on in the world though. Like it is frivolous. Like if you're gonna be
Mhm.
sending like send people to outer space to work on satellites to work on doing shit to better our Earth, but sending celebrities up there that didn't even go to the outer layer of space. Let me just mind you of that, okay? Like they weren't out there enough to be actually
Okay,
floating around
sure.
in gravity. Okay,
Mhm.
so like you really didn't go to space. You just went real high. Let's be honest, okay?
That's
You just
So
went real-
fact. That's a
You
fact.
say you just went real high. I'm so done with you.
I mean that's the truth. That's what
I
really
don't
happened
even
at the
think
end of the
I
day.
don't think they broke the stratosphere, to be
No,
honest
they
with you.
didn't. They
So
didn't. So that's what I'm saying. Like it really wasn't in space. Like there was
I ain't
no
going shit on
actual
their accomplishment like
floating
that, but you right.
around. Now it ain't easy, to go real high and then come back down in
No,
one piece.
no.
So
I can barely get up the stairs.
right.
just
So I'm
just
not
ask
gonna knock that.
SpaceX.
Look, okay. So I'm not gonna knock that. But that being said, those resources could have been going, especially with everything being taken away. Like there's been so many federal programs and so many things have been cut and slashed that need to be funded. And this is where money's going towards.
You know what I can't shake
Tell
the
me the lesson.
feeling about um I can't shake the feeling that this is, the Romans building the Colosseum. This is just a distraction. Like, it's cute that they didn't send these chicks up into the upper stratosphere and called it space. But at the end of the day, I literally feel like it's just one of those things that's done, that's been planned, that helps to keep people distracted from all the shit that's really going on.
See,
So
I
Honestly,
almost have the opposite. Like,
this ain't
because there's been
historical.
because
This ain't
there
this.
was a time when like when like people were like flying on planes and they called that like frivolous and like we could just take a steam engine, bitch. Like why you flying in the air when we could take a steam engine? It's like no ho, like you got to push forward at some point. So that's
so
how I
where
kind
we
of see. It.
going?
Yes,
Where we going up there though is the
real
question.
high ho and seeing the space and the moon
But
and coming right back for
you gotta
lunchtime.
go
I don't
past
know,
real high.
but we don't know where this is gonna push towards. Like because I always
Space
think this is
tourism is all it is.
like is if it's that, it's that, you know. But it's just like if I had the disposable cash to hop my ass in the spaceship for 11 minutes to go real high, I might do it, and I ain't gonna be mad at you. Tell me what I can and can't do with my money. Okay, then you stay mad down there, waving at you from up here, kind of thing. So it's like part of me is just like it doesn't matter one way or the other. It doesn't matter for the space exploration. It doesn't matter for frivolousness. It is what it is, kind of thing, you know.
No, this
And
in the same
if
boat
we
as
had the
the bitches
opportunity
that
to
went
do it,
down there looking for the Titanic. This is that
yeah,
same white
that's true
foolishness.
too.
That's what it is. It's the
But
same
that's
white
just
foolishness.
true.
You got dumb money for no reason and you bored of life. Find a fucking hobby. Find a hobby.
My
I'm
hobby
not
is
telling
going
you what to
real
do.
high today. Okay. So,
Look, and
I didn't
that's
do
how
that on
people
the
fuck around and
podcast. It
find
did,
out. That's how
you're
people
right.
fuck
You
around and
said I
find
was
I
real
out.
didn't.
high on episode
I
112.
and that did not work out for me or the entertainment value of the episode. It did not work out.
I love
Look,
it. I love
I totally agree with the sentiment, Carell, about like,
it.
this is a new frontier of travel. And whether that's, occupationally, whether it's, from an exploratory perspective, or it's setting the groundwork for, for some kind of interspace um, uh, leisure, right?
Yeah.
And it could be all of the above. And that's cool. I'm just, again, suspect about the timing. I'm suspect
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the motive behind it. Like, they could have did this with robots.
And
And
thing
I'm
is, they're not
thankful.
the first group to do it though. This is like the
No,
100th group that've done it. I think it
nope.
just got more exposure because Gail was on it.
Because
Quite
right,
frankly,
yeah.
Yeah.
But
She took me out. Let me tell you, when that meme came
Gail
out that
took me all
says
the way out.
when you were
Gail
just
was a
trying to
real
be
one,
when you were just trying to be friends with Oprah, but now you gotta go to space.
baby.
Maybe that
Said
took
I
me
see this
out.
on the pamphlet at 19 years old.
That took me out. I said, and
Yeah,
someone
I
else said, when you went out the group project, and I was like,
baby,
look, out, out. Don't put
baby.
my name on none of this
I
shit.
I thoroughly enjoy Gail King. Like she is like to me at
alive.
least like out of all that media landscape out there, the realest one out there. Like she can't hide how she's feeling. Even when
Yeah.
she's asking questions, things like that. Like there's just such a black auntie vibe with her a lot of times.
Hmm.
Like for the joyous and the like, I don't feel like doing this. And it's so amazing. Especially like when you have Oprah who's just very like Oprah. Like she's like Mother Teresa damn near kind of thing.
Hmm.
And then you get Gail who's just a little maybe a little more rough around the edges. And it's so
Yeah.
real. I enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah.
It must be nice having a friend that is as powerful as Oprah because essentially
Baby.
Gail
Baby.
can do whatever she wants and she can do whatever she wants.
That.
You know,
And
and
honestly,
that's
like I mean, as powerful as Oprah is, Gail. I mean, Gail's not as powerful as Oprah, but like Gail's pretty damn powerful at this point.
riding them coattails.
I mean, no, but I mean, let's be honest. Like a couple, like last week, they were talking about how Gail was retelling that story, and she said "faggot" in the story, and people were up
Mhm,
in arms that she
mhm.
said that as retelling the story, and people tried to like come for her. Like, how dare she say that? I'm like, she isn't the one calling this person like
The
Right.
a
word.
faggot. She's just literally retelling the story, and that way. But I do understand though, because it was mostly white people that were upset because the white people were like, well, if I can't say the N word, then she can't say faggot. And I was like,
Y'all
girl,
need to be
bye,
worried about that vote
girl,
y'all made.
bye.
How about that? Y'all worry about that vote that y'all made that now everybody got to pay the consequences for, including
That's
you.
a whole now that's a whole word. Now
Including
that's the
you.
frivolousness. The frivolousness that we doing everything else except you being held accountable for you voting for this motherfucker that's in
That
there right
part,
now.
Right,
That's the
that part,
right.
frivolousness.
that
You
part.
want to be mad about that out of all the things that have been going on in these last 3.5 months?
Yep, girl, bye,
That
Get
girl,
the
bye,
fuck
that
out of here.
girl, bye.
Gino said right. Gail was showing it all on her face. Show was. She rang that bell. She said
You know, it ain't over till it's over.
uh,
So I could only imagine the amount of nerves that she must have been feeling that entire time until that thing turned off. And
Yeah,
she got
right.
off and then got on the ground. Like, ooh.
yeah. I wonder if anyone watching in the chat would go in space because I know we know some of y'all, so it'd be curious to see what some of y'all would say. If you would
Right.
actually end up in space, Marco, because we gonna be sitting over here 2 feet on the ground. That's my guess. But I'll be curious what the
My
community
dad,
say.
like the one thing I know for certain of my dad is he would do it.
Yeah,
My entire life, he's been so fascinated about space and Star Trek and wanting to go up. And if he had the opportunity, so part of me too is maybe I'm fighting it because it's like I'm kind of fighting for my dad in a way, but like hopefully the prices come down. You can get a 2 for 1. And it would be cool to see my dad to do that. Like he would thoroughly enjoy it, even if it's just
So
real high.
so if there was a lottery right now
Yeah,
where they would pick another 10 people to go up, your dad would be one of those people like sign me up. I
one
want to
thousand
I
percent.
want to put my name in that hat.
And I need to almost ask him that because like that's what my understanding for my entire life. We haven't talked
Yeah.
about it recently, so maybe he's gotten to the age where he's like, man, I've just gotten too old to like put my body through it or something. I don't know,
Mhm.
but literally, that's all we've known. Like he's been so fascinated his entire life. Like I think I've told this on the podcast before. Like I think it's like his 4th or 5th grade school picture. He has
hmm
this shirt and he calls it his Star Trek shirt because it looked like a shirt that was from Star Trek. And even to this
Mhm.
day, like when we would go to our so it's probably been, gosh, how long has my grandpa been dead? Say it like a decade. Uh, we would go back and see it at my grandparents' house. He'd be like, "Oh, that's my
Mhm.
Star Trek shirt." Like to this day, grown ass man saying that's my
Yeah.
like the kid in him comes out, and it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's my Star Trek shirt." So
I'm still celebrating niggas in Paris. I'm not ready for niggas in space. So I'm not. Call me an old head at that point. I'm
Yeah.
still
that's right.
celebrating niggas being on Earth and being in rooms on Earth.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
I wouldn't hesitate to go on like a spaceship that was built by aliens, but by us.
Oh, Earth is ghetto. Okay, now.
I'll be like, bye. Take me to Utopia, wherever the fuck that is.
I guess. All right. Well, community, again, thanks for rocking with us. And I think we're actually going to have someone hop in here. Let's see if we time this correctly. So we have a couple community members that said, oh, let's hop in the live. And I said, okay, go on, do it then, boo. So let's see if we can get this right. Usually something pops up. Maybe it won't. Hey, this is the joys of a live episode here. In the meantime, until I see this pop up, but yeah.
Let's talk about Coachella next because we done with space.
Yeah.
So that was talking about what's going down here.
Oh, here we go. It just popped up. Here we go.
It just popped up.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yep. Here we go.
What's up?
Hi, babies.
We got Zay Chino in the place.
Yes.
Thank you, loves.
Look at these
Are you-
cuties.
I know. Got the arms all out. Come on. Yeah. We got the chest all out. I see. That's
We
right.
just got from work.
I love it. I
I know
love it.
that's right.
And I know y'all said y'all had some auntie names. What's the
Yup.
auntie names?
My auntie name is Auntie Don Julio.
Oh,
Ooh,
Don Julio. Okay.
Yeah.
I am Auntie Jack Honey.
Jack Honey is actually
You know what?
really
You
delicious.
can
good.
put it on ice and just
Yeah.
and just enjoy it.
Why did that
That's
just take
true.
us all back?
It did.
To,
Yeah,
take
it really did, Sal.
We used to put it in the freezer. We used to keep it in the freezer and
Really?
then throw it on ice too. Oh, and it gets like a little syrupy. Oh,
Yup.
that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Mm. That makes me want summer real bad. Like,
Same.
She coming.
Damn.
She's
Yeah.
coming. She right there.
I don't know. It was cold again today. I'm about over this.
Spring
Oh,
and
it
spring
was,
and
okay.
and winter are fighting for custody, is what they said, right?
They're doing something, and I don't want to be a part of it. Take that elsewhere.
she said, now how I get in this?
Right.
So is it too soon for us to ask the aunties a question?
Ooh,
Go
no,
for
please
it.
do.
Oh, never too soon.
All right,
Never too
so let me try to get rid of this little box. Okay. So my husband here, he tends to want to ask, makes a big deal of this. So not makes a big deal, but tends to make it where a top and a bottom
Mhm.
and reverse. So we put it out
Okay.
there. So
Mm.
when
So just to let y'all know out there in the interwebs.
so,
I hear the dings in the chats already. Going,
we will post where to find them at the end of this episode.
so whenever you are the bottom,
Mhm.
is it right or should it be expected that the top should be taking care of you afterwards, making dinner, plating dinner, serving you dinner?
I wouldn't say it's an expectation.
Not
It's kind of like a role that you happen to just take on, like
Oh,
subconsciously. Like, I'm the
Mm.
top. I tend to want to be like, all right, you bottom, so I'm going to feed you and make sure you're good.
So you're
That's
talking about
not the same.
post-coital responsibilities related to the sexual position that one
Correct.
took on prior to.
Like, bitch, get your
That's
own chicken.
interesting.
Me, I feel like it doesn't matter, but because he makes it an issue,
I don't make it.
I'll
an
be
issue.
like, excuse me, I'm hungry.
See, that would be me.
Already
Let's go.
I don't make it an issue. I just fall into the roles.
Right. It's like I'm just falling in line. Just falling in line.
I'm a Latina.
Right, huh?
Oh,
What are your thoughts on that?
see, to me, it's whoever put in the most work during the
Ooh.
session. Okay, whoever is doing the most work to burn the most calories should be the one that don't have to make the food afterwards.
We got to wear our Apple Watch.
So that could go both ways, though.
compare.
Like
Yeah,
sometimes,
because it's not always the top and it's not always the bottom. It
Right.
can-
It's true.
You can have a bottom
Exactly.
that's doing
So
all the
it's-
work, and you can have a top that's doing all the work.
Exactly. So that's
Okay.
what I'm saying. It depends. I mean, because sometimes you be spent afterwards. You be sitting there like,
baby, we ain't eating shit. We going to sleep.
Uber Eats. Are you hungry? Go ahead and order some Uber Eats, baby. There you go. I'll pay for it. There you go. There's your meal. Okay?
Right. You know who's doing
Hey,
the
now.
work? DoorDash is doing the work.
Look, okay. Look, Okay. The real question is like, how are we gonna eat afterwards? I feel like that's the core, the core question. You
Right.
know, how are we gonna make sure we get fed at the end of the day? I mean,
That's it. I've never thought about it that way, and now I'm like trying to formulate it. I honestly don't know if I care one way or the other
Yeah.
because, like, oh God, I feel like
say
always
it.
end up
Say
telling
it.
so
Go
much.
ahead,
Mhm.
spill it.
Now,
Spill it,
So
baby.
I'm more of a night person. Corey's
Mhm.
maybe more morning. But even in the morning, it's like, okay, I gotta get to work now. There's like, so it's just like I'm not even thinking about food and this and that and
Oh, because you had your
coddling and
meal. You had your
cuddling
meal.
because it's
You
like we
good.
got shit to do now. And
That
so even
protein-
at
Hey,
night,
that
she
protein
good.
shake.
he's been
She said,
fed.
I got that protein shake.
It's like, I gotta get to the gym now. Like, so like even at night, I'm like, well, bitch, a bitch tired now. Shit, let's go to sleep. So my thought is never even thinking like there's maybe a role to additionally play after the fact, which now I'm like, maybe should I have been? I don't know.
Mm.
So you almost like it sounds like you almost like the fantasy of the totality. It's like the beginning, middle, and the end, and the coda, and then the end again.
I subconsciously noticed it once. I was like, oh shit, whenever I'm the top, I like go into like, all right, I gotta feed them. And are you good? And
Yeah.
like, all right,
That's
you good.
interesting.
Like almost like I'm emulating my mama.
Right.
Is it because you're
Right.
already standing?
Right. No. I missed that
Oh,
I mean,
Here's
you
a good
know,
question.
whoever's standing is usually the person that gets
I
a towel.
mean,
So the other person
Right.
just laying there.
That is true. It's like
So-
more is like, God, y'all. I've been
now
saying,
look, the next
Now
I
time
find
you
like I'm
get
always the
shot,
towel getter though.
Here's
I feel
some
like
follow up.
9 times out of 10, I feel like I'm always the towel getter, one way or the other.
No, that is not
you
true.
alive?
That is not true. You will not leak anything on your sheets, and you will.
Won't,
It won't.
will not. You better hurry up. I'm gonna roll over and I'm gonna squeeze tight, but you better come on.
I know that is right.
she like go ahead and bring out the sex mattress.
Right.
We're not
Got the
messing up these
neoprene
sheets.
sheets. Uh-huh.
We're not taking these pillows off the bed. This take too much
Listen.
work.
Them sheets is
But
But
you
I
know
guess
what?
maybe
I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna say though, like, because we do a lot of meal prepping in our home, so
Same.
like dinner's actually already always done for us.
Ready.
So
Okay.
like we don't. I never would have thought about this question just because
Mm-mm.
we're good. Like done, put it in the microwave, bitch, and we ready to go. So, but you know, I'm fortunate enough though that like at any situation, 9 times out of 10, he's always like making the meals, making the plates,
Yeah.
and being like, "You hungry? You need to eat something." Taking care of me, you know, and all for him. So I'm
I
just,
I
you
can
know,
say that for this one too.
I mean, of course.
Like
Yeah.
he's always been that type of person. I mean, most Latinos are. They like really want to take care of you, want to make sure that you're good. So like he does that. He'll be like, "All right, what do you want to eat? What you trying to eat? Or like, do you need anything?" Like, I mean, that's all day, every day, anyway. Unless he's
So it's just his
like,
nature that he wants that reciprocal feeling sometimes. It's true. So just make your boo some food every once in a
He
while,
gets
boo.
it.
So low key,
I'm Bad Bunny.
she was.
Bad Bunny.
To Jarrell's point, I'm the one that does the cooking on Sundays.
Okay.
So I cook all the food for 6 days. He does the laundry so that he doesn't
Yeah.
think like it's not shared.
And I outsource the cleaning, which he says I
Right.
shouldn't get credit for.
You should.
That's
am
credit.
sure.
I mean,
nope.
Hey, look,
It's
That's
my
credit.
money going towards it.
making sure it's
Yup.
done. That's it's not physical
Listen.
labor, but you know when you got the
Baby.
means.
That has saved so many fights.
Yes.
But it's when I say that, like, what's today? Tuesday. So yesterday, Mondays is normally the cleaning day for the cleaning folks to come every 2 weeks. And normally because Monday, Tuesday are Corey's days off. So usually he'll wake up, like, especially now, like, because I usually go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. And usually he'll go to, like, the ATM or something like that to get cash for the cleaners. But this week he didn't feel like doing it. And he wanted me to stop on the way home from the gym. And it's like a tight time frame. Like, if I'm with the trainer, I have like 20 minutes to get from the gym back to the train because then it's an hour to the next train. And I'm like, I ain't doing all that.
Mhm.
And so luckily I got out extra cash this Monday just to have it so I didn't have to stop later in the week for the trainer again. and he sent me a text saying, "Can you stop and get money?" And it irritated the shit out of me, even though I had money. I'm like, that's your role. Like, I thank God I did it. But if I hadn't had cash, I would have had to try to stop, then maybe miss the train. It turned into this whole fantasy in my head. I was so irritated. But I say that to say, most times it has saved so many like fights in our relationship because neither of us want to clean the toilet. No, neither. That is money well spent, even if the coordination of it, it's like, hey,
See,
thank you, boo, for coordinating.
I want to get us a cleaner, but Fizz is so type A. We could get a cleaner, and then he'll go up and clean right behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, Corey does that, but that's okay.
No, it ain't.
Look,
No, it ain't.
okay.
Because it'll be me paying. It'll be
I
me paying.
pre-clean. I
Corey
have a
pre-cleans
cleaner.
and post.
I pre-clean and I clean in between.
That's a documentary that needs to be made right there.
Right.
That's a study.
You're not gonna
right
come
there
over to this house
on
and think that
why.
we dirty.
On why. On why.
No.
Professional and post.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Corey, like last 2 weeks ago, Corey literally scrubbed the stove. I'm like, why are you scrubbing the stove? They about to be over here. He's like, well, I needed to wash the grills and. Bitch, that's what they need to do. We need some money back. We need some money back. We need a return. Return to Thunder, please, because that's not why we doing that.
And that's me, Perel, because I came in the one time and I'm like, don't we pay them to clean? And he's like, yeah. And I said, but they didn't clean the toilet brush hole.
Listen, don't be putting my clean people on.
This is something they should be cleaning.
I addressed that.
And he's
And
like,
we're giving into our Latino.
We are. They still need to clean that toilet brush
in
cleaner.
these rough times. No, it was a
I'm
miss.
so
They're allowed.
done.
If we can just go back to your question, the only thing that I would just say is like I've never really thought of it in terms of like it being the responsibility, like I've never thought of it in those terms. I always thought of it as anything after sex is like the gift that I'm giving to you, whether it's, like, oh, I just want you to just relax and I'll take care of, getting food or getting a towel or whatever that is. Or they'll be like, oh, I'll do this. And it was in my household, it's never really been like a rule that one person does this based off of the role that they play sexually. I mean, if y'all into that and having clear roles and responsibilities and a little Gantt chart of your activities and what that's just supposed to be done, that's a choice. But honestly, I think there's something really special about, like serving your man than serving your man. There's something really special about that. And there's something about like having those roles being switched and being serviced by your man and being served by your man. And I think that's just part of like intimacy. And it's beautiful when it happens. And I feel like when there's so many rules put around certain things like that should just feel organic because you want to, and you're just expressing your love in that kind of like gifting kind of way, it loses a little bit of like that specialness.
Yeah, I don't know. See, in my mind, I'll go for it, baby.
Oh, we joke about it. It's not like a set thing, and it's turned into like a going joke where like if I'm the bottom, I'm like, I'm hungry, or vice versa. On the top, he's like, are we eating? Are you?
He said, I'm not. I just ate, ho.
You know what it sounds like y'all need though? Y'all need two little things. You need a little bell and a boy and a little houseboy. That way, whenever you're done, you can go ding 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 ding. Yeah. He'll come on. That'll be his sign to go out to do all the kind of like kitchen stuff, and then he'll just
and prepare for round two.
Y'all giving him ideas.
I mean, y'all my sisters, so we gotta, give you something to hold on to.
If let me tell you, if in my mind, you should be too tired and too wore out to do any cooking of anything afterwards. Okay.
Well, hold on. Every time though, let's be realistic though. Are you that tired and wore out every time? Not
bare minimum 90 minutes every time we do.
Yeah, we're not.
That ain't me.
No,
I'm just saying.
That is
bare minimum 90.
Not every time.
Water breaks and everything.
No.
So
not every time.
So I'm
Yeah.
just
Wait
saying.
till you hit
I'm
those
just-
But
40,
she
girl.
lives in Seattle, so it's a whole different.
what I got to do with
It's a
anything?
whole different
You
thing.
couldn't even
I'm,
get braids
I'm with
delivered.
one man. I'm
You
with
couldn't-
one
you
man.
couldn't
We're
even
not
get
talking about
braids
braids. We're
delivered.
talking about me and my man. Ain't no damn
My man,
wig
my man, my man.
or a CD out. I got to do anything with me and my man in my bedroom.
No, half the time it's
Shoot.
Corey telling me to hurry up. I'm like, well, damn, bitch,
Shoot.
shut up.
We were even in Italy still getting in at 90 minutes
Yes,
while
let's
in
do
Italy.
it.
So look,
Speaking of that, let's talk about the craziest hookup location and was it worth it? Whatever you're
Ooh,
willing
the
to share.
craziest hookup location is worth it. I think I've told this one on the. Mine was
Wait, what are you defining as a
hookup
hookup?
location.
Hookup location.
Is like with a random or like
Doesn't matter,
a
just
quickie
a
with
hook-
somebody,
A
just having
quickie,
sex. Okay. Just
yeah.
making sure
I think I
going through the
told mine.
catalog.
Come on,
because
Keisha.
she
He said-
because she likes to define certain situations, right? Because a hookup we all know means you messing around with somebody, but
Right,
she
you
said,
fooling
"But
around.
who are we hooking up with?" You know, so when we care about
The
all these
technicalities,
difference.
girl. You know what hooking up means.
Look,
Mine was I think I've told it on here, and it might have been years ago. So thank you, community, for episode 324. You know, we've been able to tell stories, and if you're newer here you go.
you
Chicago.
know your brother listening right now.
Yeah.
and my mama.
He just
They already didn't heard.
Hey, bro, he just said happy
They done
anniversary.
already done
so-
heard.
Oh, and then he just say, "Hey, oh,
He did just happy
go to bed." Y'all go first.
You already started. Go ahead.
Go
Let
ahead,
little
spill
bro
the
know.
beans,
Yeah,
girl.
hold on, let me put it on the screen because he be like, "You ain't put mine on the screen." Happy anniversary, ladies! Look at Carell with the Janet Jackson Poetic Justice. race. I know that's
Yes.
right. I
Come
know
on,
Let's
that's
shout out
right.
Charles and Travis while we at it.
Absolutely. Let's see here. I'm glad y'all was paying attention to the
Yeah.
chat. I was missing. He was laughing at something there. Let's see here. He said, "I do the same thing pre-clean before." I know. I do the same thing. I don't get it. That's what we paying them to do.
Yeah.
So I don't get that. I will never get it. But hey, if you make it happy, you like it. I love it.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
Chicago, start at the bus stop, moved to the marina, but then the mosquitoes came and started eating us alive, and then went to my car. So it was like this, like we were literally trekking around like blocks in the neighborhood in Boys Town there in Chicago. That was kind of hot though, because it's like I think I have a slight exhibitionist in me.
I think I
So
did
that
too.
was the hot
Yeah.
part. I was like,
Same.
ooh.
Mine was definitely outside, and it was on this lakefront property out in Minneapolis, and literally right on the front of their yard, like just right outside. And it wasn't even their house; like it was just like some random person's yard, their front yard, and we just had to do what we gotta do. Yeah. Not your brother. Did you see your brother said I'm logging off so you can go ahead and tell
thank
your
you. See, that's a
story?
real brother right there. See, I love my brother with all my heart. Thank you, boo.
I have like two scenarios I'm trying to decide. Okay.
I'm interested with Dewan because Dewan don't be saying nothing, so I'm interested.
You sure don't.
I don't be spilling the beans. I remember when I was I just started going out, just started coming out, and I was living in Ohio at the time. And I had a friend, because I didn't have a car, he would come and pick me up, and then we would go out together. And I was dating this guy that I was really into dating. We met out at the club, and we made out, and we danced.
Right.
And then we drove. My friend drove us. Not we drove. You know, like my friend in his car drove us back to his place. And every single time that we went out, I fucked him in his sun porch in the back of his house while my friend waited in his car for me to come
I
back.
think you have told this with that. I remember that. That's a good friend. Damn.
That's a real friend.
Because
Yeah.
I'd be like, you know what?
What
I'm
are you
about to
doing
be out
back
here and I ain't
there?
getting none. Oh, man.
Couldn't be me.
Could have been me.
Sorry, Tony. For all them wasted hours.
No, ma'am.
Okay, but I want to know y'all's though.
Oh,
That.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna turn these tables real quick.
my. It's been.
And Chino looking like, what you about to
Yeah,
say?
but like,
We're not trying to start any fights tonight. We're not trying to start any fights tonight. Why don't you talk about? Why don't you just share what's within your relationship
I don't mind sharing.
experience?
Mine was like most like office parks where like all the office buildings are. So it was just late at night, pull up behind one of the big office parks, go behind one of the buildings. There was a big patch of grass, and let's go.
Get at it. Get
So
at
I'm
it.
sure that the people that might have been there cleaning at nights got a
Got a
show.
little
Or
show.
the cameras that were focused on the
Yes.
parking lot got a show.
I'm here for it.
Damn.
Mine was at the Cherry Hill Mall.
Oh,
At the
right down the
Ah.
street.
Ooh.
Right down the street.
Rob on the side of Cherry Hill Mall. That's just across the bridge.
Right. That's like 5 minutes from
told
our
you
house
about
right
this.
I
now.
be shopping there. I be shopping there.
No, the mall's run down now. The JC Penney is doing well. But in the stock room with one of their employees.
Oh,
Oh.
beat.
Oh.
I told you about that.
I forgot
They make
about
porn
that.
videos about stuff like that now.
Right, it's like
Mhm.
I seen that on
Yeah.
X Hamster. I had to think of like an old. I was like, oh, God, what's the old
He
porn?
was a manager. He had the key. He was like, meet me by the dumpster, and he let me in the back door.
Oh.
Oh,
Did
Literally.
you also at least get a discount too?
No, I
That's
never.
the word.
Damn.
That's
You
She
don't
said,
want
I,
them-
she said I didn't wear them clothes.
I didn't want
I
them
wouldn't
to-
have
That's
the
how I got
clothes
them.
anyways.
He said that's how I got them Jordan 10s.
I have ethics.
Final
That's
question
too
for you,
funny.
aunties,
Oh, they
is
came prepared. I love it.
I mean, we have a lot more, but we'll keep the rest of them. What do you look forward to for Minority Report for the next 6 years, or even the next year?
That's a very good question. I know
Not
what
like
I'm
we
looking
don't talk
forward to.
about it.
I know too because
There's something that's in the works right now that I'm excited about.
yeah. I mean, it's we're still workshopping a lot of things, but one thing that I'm excited for is I would love to be out more in the community. I want us, as the three of us, to really just be like able to hang out. Like, for instance, like I haven't gotten really to kick it with you two, like, but I know y'all, and we were DMing, we be messaging all the time, and there's so many people that I've gotten to meet through this that I haven't gotten to just like physically hang out with and love on and say thank you and stuff like that. So me personally, I want to just build a stronger bond with the community because again, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the community. And yeah, I just want that to grow. So that's what I
Love
want.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'll piggyback on that and just say, I'm looking for like us to figure out and execute what's going to be next for us. Um, Last year was an incredible year. We got a lot of really great exposure for the podcast, made some really great connections. We've been doing the industry thing. So, going to events and things like that. And that's the work that you need to do in order to take this platform that we've been so privileged to curate and evolve and take that to the next level. And what that next level looks like is still TBD. But it's really about making those really great connections and getting ourselves out there. And I think one of the things that we really appreciate about this podcast is that it resonates with so many people that feel like they can't that there aren't other podcasts out there that they just enjoy the way that they enjoy Minority Report. And so for that just tells us that we're serving our community in the way that we really wanted to serve them, and we just want to be able to do that in a bigger and better way.
Yeah. No,
Love
bingo. Nailed it for me. Just because it's just like, it's been like, as much as we say, wow, 6 years, it's just been, I always go back to like the initial conversations, the initial thoughts. And a lot of that stuff we've been able to achieve, which is super cool. So it's just like, okay, calibrating those goals and those ideas and what we can do. And it's just been cool to just be like, because it's not like we started this and we had connections or anything like that. So it's just like, it shows that like we're capable and we're, and not that we didn't think we weren't, but it's just like, it's just cool to be able to build something from the foundation up and just be like, wow, this is awesome. And then to establish a community of folks that we all did not know exist in this world. And we're all coming together and seeing, like, meeting you two and then other folks and then seeing them like talk to each other. It's just like, it's everything to me, because it's just like, especially now in a year where we're seeing folks not value us and folks that look and sound like us to be like, well, you can't take this away, you know?
Right.
And that's so dope to me because like I don't know if we foresaw that. Yes, that's the hope and the want, but to see it come to fruition and to really have a community of folks to be like, this is dope. And like it's not even like folks listen to us. It's like we listen to y'all, like the DMs that come in and the stuff that y'all want us to share. Like that is so mind-boggling cool. So like Dewan said, to see what we could do with that and see what that next level looks like and sounds like and feels like and being out there more. Because obviously we live in 3 different locations, so that gets a little tough. But being able to find those and pick and choosing those opportunities, I'm looking forward to it. And there's stuff obviously there's always stuff percolating, but there's like a couple of things where like, okay, we're gonna figure this out. And that just feels fun and refreshing and cool. I don't know. So 6 years, I don't know. It's hard to predict, but hopefully we're still here doing it on a bigger platform because we still need that representation and that visibility for the folks that look and sound like us.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be supporting y'all all the way.
How did y'all find? Like, I don't know if I've ever asked y'all that. Like, how did y'all find us?
Through Landon.
That makes sense.
Landon posted it up on his Instagram and said that he was going to be on the show, and then I think we both were like, "Oh, let's check it out," and we checked it out, and from there we're like, "Oh, this is going to be our new thing." Yeah, we got hooked.
We started what it is. That's what's up. Sharing is caring.
Yeah, we started with just listening on Spotify, and then Chino was like, "No, we need to watch on YouTube." Well, now it's like Mondays when I get home from work, I'll watch it before he comes home because then he can watch it sometimes when he's at work
I already
on his lunch break. So then
too,
I'll watch it when I get home. That's why I was able to watch it.
And shout out to Zay. Zay be on it. Like if it's not Super Kid, that be let me know I fucked up some shit. It be Zay. Like even last week's episode, he's like, "Did you mean to do this?" Nope, sure didn't. Thank you for looking out. Thank you.
And also, I have to acknowledge that Chino, thank you for coming up with the name for my little girl Amara over there.
Yeah,
that was nearly a year ago today.
Yes,
I was actually looking at my phone just to find the exact date, but I couldn't find the thing really quickly. But that was a year ago. That was a year ago today. So
it's because y'all asked us that question about like what do we want out of the next year or the 6 years. But the truth is, like, can't none of those things we want happen without you two and the rest of the community? Like, yes, we can be here and we will continue to be friends no matter what. Like, these are my brothers, this is my family for life. But our personal outside of the podcast communications and hanging out is what honestly that's part of the fuel. Like, I have my friendship and my family here, but hearing y'all hang out and then like conversations like that, like, oh, so like, wait, y'all talking about this? Well, I gotta say something too, like it honestly plays a big factor into like some of the stuff that we talk about. Like some of y'all side conversations end up being part of the main conversation, and it's never ever on the list that we send in the chat saying we're gonna talk about these things. So like honestly, a lot of it when I think about the podcast stems from talking with y'all and then talking with my brothers. Like,
it's so true.
That's all.
What do you two want to see from Minority Report? Let's ask that.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I would love to see like an actual live show. I mean, we've been talking about it like in an actual, like maybe in the city with an after party. Maybe make it a weekend thing where we could go.
Make it a little weekend retreat.
We could start small. We could do a day thing. But I would love a live episode, even if it's like in. Like, you know how they do those city winery tours and you do it in Philly, you do it in Atlanta, you do it in, like something like that. I mean, I don't know.
That's on our list too.
Sounds like that might happen. You just never know. I mean, just
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Yes, and then it could be like the community comes and we all meet up and then we do all the things.
Okay. Just stay.
I told the aunties that I'm trying to get y'all to Chicago for Market Day. So
listen, if we can have that conversation, because
we're booked. No, not booked.
You don't have to try anymore. We are definitely ready to experience.
I'm gonna be up there.
Wait, so y'all going to Market Days?
That's because we usually do a red dress run. Right. We've done it for 2 years, and we just want something different. We just Nothing against Red.
Jarrell's like, let me put this on the list.
Because
she's just got a promotion. She could add another trip in there.
Come on, Jarrell.
Look, my mother-in-law is supposed to be in town, so I was trying to be like, I want to make sure I have time with my mother-in-law.
You need to talk to Fizz on that one.
She leaves the day before it starts.
Won't he do it?
Let's go.
I'll be there.
Won't he do it?
Yes.
I'll be there.
Right.
Yeah, say less.
Well, Zay Chino, we appreciate you. Literally the love and support that you've shown the show, and just us even like outside the show. Thank you.
Of
like
course.
it means a lot. Like again, that's just stuff that I don't think I completely foresaw. Maybe Dewan and Jarrell did. I didn't. Like forming relationships with folks that listen to the show that like have turned into friends. Like that's that I didn't foresee that, and so thank you. We truly appreciate it.
Y'all stuck with us.
Yes.
Hey, I know that's right. You stuck with us too, boo.
Hey.
You know what? I'm gonna put this out there. Y'all need to become a guest auntie this next year.
Oh,
to get y'all as a guest.
That would
Yeah.
be fun.
We gotta wear wigs.
We'll have wigs by then.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He didn't let me wear my wig.
It was
He
tore
said
up.
it was giving very like bodega,
But we like that kind of shit, though. That's what we like. You ain't
I
gotta
gotta
be like,
live for it.
right.
But I be imagining like a
It was
Tyler Perry
batty.
wig.
Not the Tyler
Had a
Perry
rough
wig. I'm
life.
so done.
He came
It's
out
lived, darling. It has
he came
lived.
out like a straight crackhead with that thing on. It was
Not ran through.
So done.
Choo choo.
I'm so done.
We have all had our fair share of crunchy wigs, so you would have been in good company.
I kind of love a crunchy wig, low key.
Me too.
You didn't want to see this. It wasn't just crunchy. It was stringy.
Yeah.
I was like, you didn't comb that
It was
thing?
giving.
Like, you've been home all
It was
day.
giving
You could've-
Kenya more hair care.
Not Kenya.
So, we ain't about to do that to Kenya because Kenya would go for the juggler. She gonna leak all our news.
All our news. She said, "Don't come for me unless I send for you."
Baby,
And she
they
meant
don't
that
play.
shit. She
Baby.
meant
Talk
that
about
shit.
that park.
He said, "I will lose a job over this shit. I don't give a damn."
Petty.
I found that footage of you, Chino.
She don't give a damn.
Oh,
So,
shit.
but no, we appreciate you too.
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right,
but thank
Thank
y'all.
you for hopping in.
Yeah,
Thank you
Absolutely.
for having me.
Yes.
We love y'all.
And I don't know how to get you out of here, so you might have to hang up
I
on your
think I
end.
hit
I don't
leave.
know.
Yeah.
Here we go. See y'all.
All right, bye, y'all.
I love those
Oh,
guys.
that was fun. That was fun.
I'm
to
so
hop in.
happy.
Oh, man. And honestly, that was like we was going to do an Ask Your Aunties. That was the Ask Your Aunties right there. Damn. I've never
Hair
thought about
blood.
that though. The top and bottom roles, even after you've done it, is that part of the whole foreplay of it still, or not even? Foreplay,
I
just
honestly
before,
get-
the post play.
I get the sentiment if it's based off of if the sentiment is based off of like who's putting in the most work, because there's a notion out there, that like bottoms just take it and tops are doing the work, but that's
Right.
not always the case. So,
Mhm.
like to me it's less role specific, and it's really just like, are you gonna cater to your man or what? And who's doing the
Yeah.
catering? Who's doing this? Or who's getting the cater? Who's being catered?
Yeah.
Okay.
And hey, Nana, for the live show. Yes, boom. Yeah, live show. Hopefully you're enjoying it. We got the wigs episode. We always bust out we don't do the wigs as often as we used to. I feel like we did it maybe more often.
That
A lot of
the
times-
Last year
pandemic-
we
the
didn't do it as
pandemic-
much.
The pandemic
Yeah.
wiped us. That's what it was. The pandemic wiped us
Yeah.
of doing wigs because
It was
that's all
honestly,
we could do.
it was just last year. Last year was the first year that we really
That we
had.
kinda-
Yeah, because I think we had a lot of guests, and there was a lot of like
That's
special
true.
things that were going on that we just didn't. We couldn't just kiki, with the community.
Right.
And, like, we have to go back to the roots.
The
Well.
show did. Show did. And let's see here.
These roots.
And then Sam said, "My husband's love language is acts of service." That what? That makes sense though, because and we didn't even ask Chino that, but maybe that's what it is. It's like that acts of service still kind of continues the love and things like that. So
I mean, that's kind of what Duane was getting at, servicing and servicing.
being served.
Yeah.
Being served, baby. More ways than one. I know that's right. I know that's
Yes.
right. So okay, so I'm thinking, do we do another Ask Your Aunties, or do we actually want to talk about Drag Race real quick before, and we'll keep it in this episode, as we kind of get into, obviously, those that are watching
Uh,
live, you're gonna see it before the finale this Friday, and then those that are listening to it on a normal cadence will know who the winner is. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Sam said he also said, and I hate to clean. I know that.
I know that's right.
I don't like to clean either. I
Honestly,
really don't.
I'm a very neat and organized person, but I hate cleaning. I
hate it.
don't
Yeah.
like to clean.
I
That's why I'd rather
hate it.
pay somebody to come in here and clean my shit. But I just want to make sure my shit is presentable for the cleaning. So I do my little pre-cleaning
So
before
you
she
don't want
comes in here
to
and
be
do it.
like, damn, these
Yeah,
hoes
oh,
nasty
these
in here.
dirty.
I know.
That is
Yeah,
not
Corey,
us.
Corey be a stickler on that. Like every Sunday night before they come, he's like, the house cleaner's coming tomorrow. I'm like, girl, ain't that's what they job. That's their job. House cleaner.
But you know what? For me, anyways, it's not about what I don't want her to do. It's more about the amount of time because
Yeah.
she is very thorough. Like she
Mhm.
will 1-bedroom apartment and she will be here for 6 hours. And
Yeah.
she doesn't even touch the bedroom. I just have her
Yeah.
do the floors, the dusting. I have deep clean into the bathroom, deep clean in the kitchen, and then light sprucing in the living room.
Yeah.
That's it. 6 hours. If
Wow.
I had her, not if I let her do what she would pull all the stuff out of the cabinet. She would wipe that
Right.
down. She would be cleaning and degreasing the stove every single time she's here. She'd be pulling things out of the refrigerator. Like she would be
Yeah.
pulling things out of the cabinets. She's asking us like, oh, is there any laundry that you want me to do? Like,
Oh,
no,
my-
girl, you trying to live here? This is not an Alice situation.
You trying to
We're
live
not the
here.
Brady Bunch. No, I don't need
Come
you
on,
here for
Alice.
12 hours. I want you to get in here, clean this shit, and go so I can get back to watching Judge Judy.
That is a good question. Where are you when she's in there? Do you stay at the kitchen
I
table?
stay here. I stay
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
or I leave. Sometimes
Yeah.
if I have to run errands and stuff like that, I just need to be here for when she arrives.
Right. Right.
Because we don't have a really good way of just letting her in.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but yeah, like I'm usually here, and I'll be taking phone calls. I'll be working.
Yeah.
I'll just be sitting on the sofa while she's doing all the other stuff. And we order lunch for her, and we
Okay.
give her gifts and stuff. I literally bought her a vacuum, literally last week. So it's just
Yeah.
she's just part of the family. But I don't want her
I know.
I don't want her here all day. We gotta go.
Yes, I heard it. You need to hurry this up.
Right. Just hit the major things and then bounce.
Yes.
I could take care of the rest of it.
I know that's right. Community. One thing that we were going to try to do tonight, but we're not going to because just we be talking. We're going to in the future. It's going to be future iterations because there's a lot. Once I was starting to pull this, I was like, oh, there's a lot that we need to sort out. So remember last year we did the R&B song list. There's been a couple things going viral lately of where folks were kind of ranking their pop divas.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a divas list, and we're gonna rank them like from the S, A, B, C, D, and E, where we feel. And it's gonna be. I was pulling this. I was like, "Damn,
This is
people are gonna be in their
rough.
feelings." But we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do that for us. And there's a lot of them, so I was like, "Okay, we're gonna have to split this into maybe 2 or 3 episodes where we kind of do it as a segment."
Did you add A. Marie to the list?
I sure did.
I
did.
know you was gonna do that.
You know I did. I was like, y'all ain't gonna leave A. Marie out this bitch, and if y'all
We
put
gonna
an
have
E,
to fight.
that's gonna be the
We gonna have
last
to
of this
fight.
Minority Report.
Girl, I'll call you after the episode so we can strategize on this.
No, we ain't doing that to A. Marie. We ain't doing that to A. Marie. But I was hoping to do it live just to kind of see the community what they chime in. But we'll figure a way to do this in the future. So that's gonna be a segment coming up soon. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
And then there's also Dewan. There's a segment that Dewan and I want to do that we keep talking about. We need to do. We need to do it, and we're not gonna say what it is so people don't steal it. We need to do it. We need to do it, and then we need to find a way for either Jarrell to be, because Jarrell has already kind of done most of this. It's not done. Like we'll tell you after. I think we've told you before. It's not ringing the bell. But we got to find a way for Jarrell to either. I don't know. We'll figure out how to get Jarrell.
We got to figure
in
it out. Yeah.
But we got to do this.
Look,
So-
we got some good stuff that are in the works.
Exactly.
Don't worry, community.
Yeah.
For
We got some
sure.
good stuff for y'all.
Exactly. So like we're always constantly thinking of just like how to evolve the podcast and just different segments and things like that. And again, that was a great question from Zay and Chino. If there's segments that you guys think of that you want to get our opinion on, send them our way. We'll do it. It's our
topics, too.
podcast.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
The topics is the community. Like it's stuff that we're talking about. So if there's stuff that you're talking about that we ain't talking about, we want to be invited to the conversation.
Especially like the
Yeah,
conversation with your
absolutely.
friends too. Like if you having conversations with your friend and y'all are like torn between, like bring us in on it as well too. Like if
Let
there's
us know.
even if we talk about something, keep responding as well too. Be like, hey, I got a follow up,
Yup.
or like, what if this was the case then, and we didn't think about that? Like we absolutely love making sure that the conversation is something that everyone can be a part of, including the community as well too. So please keep sending those as well too. But,
so instead of that diva list, I know. Do you have your paddles handy? I know we were talking about doing that, so we'll end the episode with this. And community, if you're still watching out there, if you have a couple of this or that's that you want to throw our way, please do, and we'll have these pedals.
Oh, here, let me do
And
this.
Dewan, and I have a new Dewan thing. Like I had the old Char, one because
that was a little
last
crunchy.
time. But I have my new Dewan.
Yeah.
oh, she got a different Dewan.
Yeah.
She got a different one.
I got a different Dewan.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this Dewan.
This window.
I love that He-Man.
Is
Everything.
everything.
Wig is
Everything.
That
I
He-Man wig
love
is
that.
everything.
And we're really not shit for not telling you that's what it looked like during that episode. We let you go through the whole episode.
It was everything. It was everything to me. Everything to me. Come on, Monica. All right, so let's see here. Let me grab my list here. So let's do a couple of things. And before we do this, I had one that I wanted to know. We'll ask it live. Hopefully people are still watching and chime in. Mulama or Bad Bunny?
Wait, who?
And I was struggling.
Maluma?
Is Maluma?
Maluma.
or Bad Bunny?
I was like, what?
Yeah, Maluma or Bad Bunny?
Maluma is fine,
Baby.
but Benito
Has a different energy.
has BDE.
Yeah.
Like he has that BDE that's just like, baby.
Chino saying, babe, he came with the quickness on
Look,
that.
quickly, look. I can't wait to go to Puerto Rico to see Bad Bunny. Like it's a wrap.
Because I saw Maluma on
It's a
something on
wrap.
Instagram recently, and I was like, that motherfucker fine as shit. And I was like, I don't know Maluma or Bad Bunny. I was like, there's just something about Bad Bunny that seems like you said earlier, that might choke the shit out you. Like,
Yeah.
ew.
You know what?
Maluma
You know that
is
question?
fine
You know
as
that question earlier? I bet you Bad Bunny will fuck you and then make you a plate.
You're right on that. You're right. He's like, I just made
He
a batch
would.
of sofrito in the refrigerator.
would. He
What's the plantain dish?
Mofongo?
Yes,
Mofongo.
mofongo. He's like, I'll make you some mofongo. Maluma look like he might just fuck you and run. and I would be A-okay. All right, this or that. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Who's most likely to sniff their partner's underwear?
Oh, damn. Hold on. Before that, my answer. He said, but 2 for Bad Bunny. Okay. Super Kid said Bad Bunny.
All right. Most
Partner's
likely
underwear?
to sniff their partner's underwear.
I know y'all probably think it's me. I don't think it's me. I get it, but no, I ain't doing that.
I was gonna say
Kombucha girl over
because,
here.
Right.
Kombucha
like,
girl.
This?
No, here's the thing. I don't think I would sniff Corey's. I've been with Corey this long. It's like, I don't need. Why am I sniffing his underwear? I don't need to do that. And at this
What, to
point,
somebody new?
anyway, that's what made me go. That's what made me stop in my tracks. I was like, ooh, Maluma and Bad Bunny. Yeah, probably would. Yeah, probably would. So okay, you're right. Hold on, let me pull me up.
It was me.
It was me. Yeah. I don't need to smell Corey's. I smell him. I don't need to smell the draws. But somebody else. Let's see here. I'll go next. Let's see here. I tried to find some that were just kind of silly. Who's most likely to win a pie eating contest?
A pie eating contest? Okay. I think I got my answer. Yeah, I'm going with you again, Carell. Yeah, I don't eat sweets. I don't eat sweets.
Yeah, because that's exactly. Yeah, see, I don't eat a lot.
Yeah.
So I think you're the only one with an appetite.
The thing is out. I know. He said,
no, that wasn't
greedy. He's not greedy.
Look. You're the only one who's gonna be.
Okay, big back.
Right. Okay.
No.
Big back.
No.
I tried to slim down, but damn, I gotta slim down some more shit.
Look, no. I saw her in person in Rio. This was no shade. No shade. But I think you throw down on the pie eating contest.
I don't even like pie like that though. That's the one sweet I really actually don't care for.
Yeah,
I'm more cake than pie. But
yeah.
Pie eating contest. The only way is like I might get competitive in it, but I don't know. Okay, I'll take it.
All right, I'll go next. Which auntie is most likely to have 1,000 bottles of baby oil stashed somewhere in their house?
Baby oil.
I can't afford that shit. Look, of the three of us, I'm too broke to afford that. The only person on this podcast is gonna be able to afford 1,000 bottles of baby oil is you, ho. It's you. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, look,
I don't even know about the Ford. Dewan's just quiet about this shit. So it'd be one of those things that the bottle will fall out accidentally one day. Be like,
there'll be a secret door
like this.
There'll be a secret door. And you'd be like, "What is this?" And then all of a sudden, all these bottles fall from.
So yeah, I'm changing mine to Dewan.
No,
I think Jarrell and I would be a little more forthcoming. Dewan's, we would find out 5 years. Like, why you got baby oil like this?
Kind of like how it came out, like 20 years later.
Literally,
I do not like that. I don't like that correlation at all.
To be clear, it's true, though. We wouldn't know.
To be clear, I have no bottles of baby oil in my house.
Yeah, I don't got no. I have never bought baby oil in my life.
I used to have some. I used to have that and pink oil, the pink lotion,
like the Johnson & Johnson lotion.
Mm-hmm.
That low key, I used Johnson & Johnson baby lotion until probably like 5-6 years ago. Not the pink one anymore, but it was the shea butter one that they have.
Oh yeah, got fire. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, Jerome, what you got?
Okay. Who's most likely to leave their partner in an emergency situation?
In an emergency situation.
So y'all in an emergency situation. If there's an emergency and you got to go, who's most likely to be like, "Baby, I love you, but I gotta go."
I don't know if any of us would, but maybe
I'll say me.
It depends on. It depends.
I'm going to give you the reason.
If we upset with the said human being.
If it's an obstacle.
She said, when I love you, I'ma save you. But when I don't like you, girl, bye.
Because if it's lay upset, it's probably definitely Dewan. Like, well, fuck that. Like, I'm gone. Whoop. Saved it. He said, "You can't hear me no more." Well, I saved the Chardonnay.
That's right.
Oh shoot! Yeah, maybe the one.
I would say honestly, I would say me, because if we together, we didn't already had conversations about what's gonna happen when shit goes down. And if you not on the program and you not listening, every man for himself.
She said, "I said your exes are 2 in front and 2 in the back. I don't know what to tell you."
Before we even got here, I sent you the plans. You geolocated where the car is, and if you stuck, you stuck.
She said, "Willie, we got to share notes on emergency situations, okay?"
Now, how can I bail you out if I'm caught too?
Don't fucked up the whole plan. Now we both caught.
Right. Ain't nobody coming for us. Goddamn. Me and these 1,000 bottles of baby oil. You got me fucked up in this bitch.
But low key, I'm probably on that same plane. So I might have to save myself too. Because I be telling Corey, I'm like, that ain't part of the play. Like, I done told you what we was going to do beforehand. Now you fucking this shit up. So go ahead then. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right
It'll
here.
be a different story. It'll be a different story if we go into a situation knowing we about to do something dirty. But if you did something dirty or something dirty just didn't happen to us, baby, we got an exit plan, and you better be on the level. So if you're not, you being deuces.
All right. Who is most likely to get matching tattoos with a significant other?
Damn.
It ain't me.
Matching
I'm gonna say maybe
tattoos
Jarrell.
I guess I would say me. I would say me.
Jarrell for sure.
And I think because none of y'all have tattoos, right?
That's the only reason
I'm
like
the only,
Jarrell
and I'm the only one with
tattoos.
a single tattoo.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
feel like it would be me.
There was another one on here. I'm gonna ask it to part B of that. Where's it at? Where'd it go? It's something to the extent of who's most likely to wear a matching outfit with their partner.
Out of the three of us,
it ain't the one.
None of us.
That for sure. And I don't think it's Jarrell. It ain't me.
No,
either.
it would probably be more likely be me, but I wouldn't say matching. It would be like color scheme. Like for sure, we have both worn like black pants and blue, blue shirts and stuff like that. We do that way often than not, if I'm being honest. So I would probably say it would be us for that part B.
Yeah, color scheme I get. Like what, like the match at Cedar Point.
I mean, y'all
That's
did
a Midwest joke. I'm sorry.
y'all did go as salt and pepper as a
right.
So
that was fine.
it might swing your way a little bit too.
Halloween is different than like day to day.
Oh,
is it?
We ain't gonna be like,
sure.
bitch, we got this matching the matching Jordans and the matching Jabode outfit. No,
there's the men wearing the wigs.
I know, right?
Halloween is on a special day. Oh, fuck.
You
I
right.
love us.
You right. So shoot, let me get all the bundles over here. Here we go.
All right,
I put this on. I put this on before the episode. And Corey goes, "Ooh, that's cute." I'm like, I love you, boo.
I love
It's great to be yourself.
Honestly, when we were this is so off topic, but like when we were in Brazil, and I always get the feeling of this whenever we hang out, but it was so prevalent. Like when we were in Brazil, how alike characteristically, personality wise, just vibe wise that Corey and I are. Like it's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
It's
and
like
sometimes it drives me a
literally
little crazy because I'm like, I can't get away from this energy.
Get away from it.
I'm like, I tell him all the time. He's like, you think so? I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Which auntie is most likely to have a superpower that makes anything that enters their butthole turn into a precious metal?
You ain't shit for this, bitch. Whatever.
I mean, it's got
whatever.
Jarrell,
Whatever, bitch.
I want a precious
whatever,
metal.
bitch. Whatever. This is because I asked her about Wendy Williams 2 weeks ago. Okay, that's what it was. She was waiting for me to be like.
She's like, I'm gonna get this whole back.
Right.
That's a pretty good superpower.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. It's like you turn this shit to gold. Okay.
Make anything that goes into your anus turn into precious metal, honey.
I'll be like, finish me. Finish me.
Woo. Well, all I'm gonna say is again, it's not that good, but I mean, we do 90 minutes for a reason. So next question: who is most likely to swing as a couple or like become more open? Like, who of us is more likely to be in an open relationship?
Probably
100%. 100 percentiles.
I agree with that statement.
She's like, my superpower ain't turning things into precious metal, so I got to do something. I gotta show up somehow.
That's funny. We call it ish. Ish. Open ish.
Yes. All right, what you got?
Is it me? Let's see here. Who's most likely to be an early bird? Who's the early bird out of the three of us? I was about to say probably. Oh, y'all too. It ain't me. I know that. I was thinking Jarrell because I always know he goes to the gym before work. So I'm like, that's gotta. Well, I guess I do now. Shit. Are y'all two more early bird than night owls?
I'm both.
No.
All I need is 4 hours of sleep, and you would never know that I did not get. You think I got 8 hours of sleep? Like, I need 4, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would not characterize myself as a early bird. I'm definitely more of a night owl. I like to be up late. I wish I could sleep in, but my body won't let me. So I'm I'm reluctantly an early riser, but I'm
She's
not
up
like
in the
happy
morning.
about it.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, don't
it.
talk to me. Leave me the fuck alone.
Leave me the fuck
like,
alone.
Why
are you?
You
Go
know,
back to
never
bed.
like
Yeah.
Fizz
Go
would
back
tell
to
you.
bed.
Fizz would tell you I am unknowingly an early person. I mean, how'd you
I can't.
sleep? Did you dream about anything? You want anything? What's on the agenda for today? Like, how you
Oh,
feeling?
yeah. No, I get up out of
that
bed. I
would-
go
let
to
me
the
tell
other
you.
side of the room. I get out of there. I'm not like,
Look, and that is the reason why I go to the gym in the morning, because I am that level of early bird that
Ugh.
I need to make sure that I give Fizz his time to then
Thank
be able to
you.
wake up and by the time I get home, he already showered, he's dressed, and now he's awake and we can have a conversation.
Oh God, no. Like,
Mhm.
and I'd be feeling bad. I've never been like my parents knew it growing up. Everybody knew it, and I'd be feeling bad because he's kind of learned, but he'll be talking. I'm like, just give me a fucking moment. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'll be all right in about give me 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Let me just wake up. But you asking me questions right now, it's not doing shit. And I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm waking up at the very last possible moment to do what I need to do to get out of here.
Oh God, I wish I could sleep in. I wish I could take naps. I can't even take naps. Like if I take
Ooh,
a
I
nap,
love a
I'm
good
going
nap.
to sleep. Like people, like
It's
it
a
takes me.
slumber.
For me, it takes me a good 45 minutes just to fall asleep.
Mm.
So I'm not taking a nap. There's no like
Yeah.
15 minutes. Like if it takes me 45 minutes just to close my eyes, bitch, I'm getting 3 hours out of this.
Yeah. No, you're right on that. Okay. Couple more here. What you got, Dewan?
Which one of these queens is most likely to have their nudes leaked?
Leaked.
Yeah, so they're not doing it on purpose. Somebody is finding them and sending them out. You got Kenya Mord.
So one of us, I would say,
I'm gonna say Dewan then,
I was gonna go with
because
you, bro.
mine ain't gonna be leaked. Like I'll probably gladly.
Well, and that's why I say you, because I think someone would leak yours and know that you wouldn't be mad about it, right? I know for me, I know if someone leaked mine, it's on
We
site.
fighting.
It's on site. So they know.
Yeah.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it because you don't want these hands.
This is the face.
I was about to say, it's the face. That is the face. It would be because like I would be frustrated because like that's just a violation. It's like you don't have like I don't leak shit on my own. Like I'm A-okay with my body.
Yes.
And so it's just like, but it frustrates me because it's like you violated this. Is like either that one-on-one, or you thought it was gonna ruffle my feathers, and I'm A-okay still, but that's some fucked up shit. You just don't do that to people. So that would bother me more than anything.
I think for me, I just don't like my business being all out there in the streets unless like I'm curating
I choose
the story.
to do so.
Yeah, I'm curating.
You are a curator.
The experience. So the fact that this.
You said the lighting in that one. Why'd you pick that one?
Like you should have just called me beforehand. I would have sent you the ones to send out there. Like what is going on with this?
But see, I don't. But here's my thing, though. Most likely to get the news leak, meaning that you would be in a situation where someone would do that to you. You really think that you would be out
then
there?
I don't think I would put myself in a position someone to do that to me. I don't think any three of us honestly would.
Well,
I mean, we have to pick someone of the three,
right?
But
exactly. The games to pick someone. Exactly.
Yeah,
but
I think out of the three of us, I would probably be the one that would be the most upset about.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not upset. It's about someone else leaking your news. You asking the question, answering the question differently.
Wait, so ask the question again.
Yeah,
The
most
question
likely
is
to
most
have
likely to
their
have their
nudes
nudes leaked.
leaked,
Most
meaning
likely.
that someone would have leaked your nudes.
Mhm.
So it's not about you reacting and being upset. It's more about
So why
someone
they
actually
licking?
sending.
Why they licking mine? Out the
Well,
three.
and that's why I
It doesn't
said,
make it-
but that's why I said you, because I feel like of the three of us,
Uh-huh.
you wouldn't retaliate as far as we would if someone leaked that shit without
Oh,
our
so
permission.
I'm the easy target. Damn.
I
I'm the
feel
easy
like
target.
because I feel like Dewan getting somebody fired. Dewan's getting somebody fired and sued, and it's gonna be like a Cardi B situation where they're gonna be spending millions of dollars for years to come.
Right.
Every time you get paid, you're paying me. That's
Yeah,
Dewan.
yeah.
I'm going over to your house. I'm
You
beating your
fighting.
ass. I'm beating your mama ass and your daddy ass because you should have known better and you should have did the shit to begin with.
See, mine is they will magically find theirs leaked. I would find a way.
We need,
Y'all just
okay,
wouldn't know that I had it in me.
we need to kick this question out to the community.
Yeah.
Which of the aunties do you think would be most likely to have their nudes leaked? Let us know.
Yeah.
Because mine might even be out there somewhere. Mine probably out there somewhere anyway. So it's
Yeah.
like, what you doing? What the fuck? Like, what you doing? We finished this,
yeah.
we done. What you leaking? You
Maybe-
can't leak something that's already leaking.
Look, maybe.
I'm
Stop. Wait a minute.
That's my right. And that's why we've been around for 6 years,
but
right
I
there,
sent it to you because I knew you were gonna leak it. So actually I leaked my own shit.
baby.
And on that comment right there, you ain't never going over Zay and Chino's house. Yo, leaky ass. Like, not these floors and these carpets.
Right, they say, not on these sheets.
Oh my gosh.
I'm done. They can't take us nowhere. Can't take us nowhere. Is it me? Who is it?
It's me.
It's
Okay.
I was gonna say most likely to have their own daytime show. Most likely to have their own daytime TV show. Mm-hmm.
I'd say me, but I think I want the nighttime.
I would say you. They could never put me on daytime TV.
Couldn't
Never.
control in daytime either.
Never.
See?
I'm on daytime TV at work.
Yeah, they had to definitely put y'all two on nighttime. I'd be able to clean it up enough to put it in the daytime, but I don't want the daytime.
I know.
But you know what? So I'm gonna go with myself, and the only reason why I'm gonna go with myself is because I think I would bring just a little bit of spice that's needed in the daytime TV show, like. And Joanne, I'm surprised you didn't say. There you go, because I was gonna say, your girl Whitney Williams. Like, ain't nobody out there in daytime TV that's spicy enough right now. That's just giving it a little bit of drama that we need.
Yeah.
And I feel like it would be me because I
would. A little bit.
Yeah,
I think
I
I
could
would.
do it. I could do it. I would literally want to be fighting people, and I would be cussing people out.
We need
but
a
for
new
those
Jerry
watching,
Springer
if you
out
want to
here.
give your aunties a daytime or nighttime or both shows,
We're
available.
Because if that's the kind of drama you want for daytime TV,
hey, maybe they need it. But see, I would be feeling like are the gays watching during the day? That's what I'd be thinking. I'm like, who's our demographic? They ain't watching during the day. But anymore, I guess you could catch everything on YouTube and Instagram and all the social.
And those streams count. They count towards your total.
That's
So
true. That's true.
yeah.
And maybe that's where you'll see us in 6 years, Chino and Zay. You asked that question. Who knows? Who knows?
never know.
Let's see here. Who's most likely to have the most unread texts or emails? I'm gonna say
Minority Report inbox.
I don't even be checking it.
Exactly.
Well, y'all can
I
check
do.
it. I don't need to.
I
check
do.
nothing
I
else.
do be checking it, and I be looking from time to time. I be like, let me go see. Yeah.
There's like thousands of emails in there. Hold on, wait a minute.
Go on, clean it up. I ain't
I'm
got
not. I
it.
didn't say cleaning it up. I said,
I ain't got the time. Let's see here.
where
Derek
is
said,
this?
"Girl, get going with your Keisha Cole with."
Hey,
I
bestie.
know that's right. I know that's right. Girl, get going.
Shit.
All right, should we
Okay.
do one more?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I think it's the end of the round, so maybe we start
Yeah.
one more with you, Gerald. Yeah. So
Okay, go for it.
the one got two more.
No, so you do one,
my
and then
turn.
we'll do one more round.
All right.
Mm.
Which auntie is most likely to dramatically pop a metaphorical balloon on a first date after one awkward question?
Oh, Dewan. He read that for himself.
Look, we all knew.
The
She's
second
like, that don't make no sense.
he said metaphorically. Bitch, man ain't dropping them words.
We already talked about fingers as a disqualifier. My question is, let me see your hands. Let me see the feet.
Oh my God.
That's
Oh,
it,
man.
those are table stakes.
Right.
Okay, who's next?
Okay.
Jarrell.
Which auntie is most likely to catch an STI next?
Man, hold on. So many thoughts running. It ain't gonna be me. So many thoughts running.
Most
I'm gonna say
likely.
no. I'm gonna say me to save somebody else. That's why I'm laughing.
Wait, because look, that was a setup. You saw. Look,
I'm gonna say me, but it ain't me.
It ain't me.
as Shaggy said, it wasn't me.
Right. We just gonna leave it right there.
I love y'all.
It's so funny. Today I was on a team. Sidebar, I was on a team. Like, I'm a team player, clearly, because I was on a team meeting today. And so my manager's manager now. She used to be my manager. Now she's like VP level, blah, blah, blah. But she always looks out for me. I look out for her. And we were on a team call today, and she always wants people to kind of run the meetings. So I ran today's call, and she kept on saying something. And it was a typo on her slide, and I did the rest of the slides, but she wanted to do her own slides. And she had a typo about what it was about, and so she was going through, and I'm like, "Oh God, that's not right." So at the end of it, I was like, "Yeah, that's supposed to actually be happening May, not April." Blah, blah. I was like, "But that's a typo on my end." I was going to cover her, and she go, "Oh no, that's me. My bad. Thank you, Carell, for saving me." She's like, "That's a team player right there." She's like, "But that's my bad. I can't even put you out there." She's like, "I did that wrong." I was like, "Okay, thank you, because I ain't fucked that slide up. The rest of these slides are perfect. Thank you very much." But so in this moment, saving face for the team. Let's see here. Who's most likely to scream while walking through a haunted house?
This bitch right here. This bitch. I mean, it would be me too, but this bitch for sure.
Y'all, I can't even watch scary movies without jumping. No, let me tell you. I went and watched, what was the last Marvel movie that came out? The Captain America movie. Bitch, I jumped to the Captain America. I jumped during the Captain.
Girl. Okay. Never mind.
My nerves. Let me tell you, I'm a fighter. So, you just can't be popping up. You just can't. That's just
too stressful. Did you see, sidebar, did you see The Last of Us, the new season? The first episode? Did that have you jump into?
Girl, just a little bit. It so did. I said, "Oh, this motherfucker's smart. This motherfucker's smart." Look. No, it's giving. And y'all know me and my fear in zombies, okay? And I love that the zombies were dumb zombies, but now they're giving us these like Resident Evil zombies that be like knowing where you are and following you. Baby, my nerves. I literally watched the episode and I said, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this season.
The ante is already up. Like in the first, you could tell the first episode. Sorry if y'all haven't watched it. We're not going to spoil too much yet, because we'll probably be talking about it throughout the season. Even though this first episode wasn't even like crazy yet, you could tell The Angie, they like, hold on, we're about to get y'all hoes this season. Have you seen? You saw Dewan too? You watched
I
it?
haven't seen it. It's on my
Ooh.
list. It's
watch
on my
that.
list. You know, I'm a
You need
binge
to
that
watch
shit. So it'll be all about it
Yeah.
this weekend.
Yeah.
It'll be over. I'll see everything.
Yeah. Well, because you know The Last of Us, though, they do the week to week. So.
Derek in the chat. Spoiler alert, nigga. Like, wow.
I ain't said nothing. I ain't said
We ain't
nothing about
said
it.
nothing. We ain't said nothing.
And then, you know, you need to catch up.
Derek said, everything you done to me, done already done to you.
Baby.
Fact.
That. All right, Devon, bring us on home.
All right,
What
be
you
the last
got,
one,
boo?
baby.
Make it a good one.
Which auntie is most likely to drop a diss track so intricate and layered with historical references that it requires a team of internet scholars to fully decode all the subliminal shots?
I'll drop the diss track, but at the point, I'm just gonna go for the juggler. It's gonna be Dewan.
It's definitely you. It's definitely you. Because first
I'll
of all,
drop the diss track.
No, first of all, but you won't half-ass drop no diss track,
right on that,
and
though.
you understand the layers to it as
right
well
on that.
too. Now, Dewan will give you like some big ass words.
Right, I'll be like, Dewan, I need the source.
Right,
got you.
But as far as the reason behind it, oh baby, it's gonna be you. Now, Dewan will get some like some writing credits on it.
Yeah, oh my God, absolutely.
But it's gonna be you. It's gonna be you.
It's gonna be you.
And not Derek being like,
that
hey.
shit would be fire.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be me.
And honestly, it would be almost like
all that talking.
Right.
Quite frankly, it might not be the lyrics. It might be this. Like I would probably do samples, and there'd be reasons behind the samples that are included in the track. That's what it would be.
See, that's the shit that we don't be on.
Yeah.
Like, oh damn, he sampled this song because this song means that. Damn, that's what it'd be like. That's what it'd actually be. Oh, let's see here. Jarrell, he said Jarrell with caps. He said,
and he want that wig.
I want that wig. I know that's right.
Okay.
I know that's right.
Look, I'll give it to you if you wear it at the Duran concert.
Oh, wait, when did you go to the Duran concert?
Yeah, we're seeing him in 2 weeks.
Ooh, get Duran on the podcast. Find a way to do it.
That's what I wanted to get the meet and greet so that way I could honestly like talk to him and try to get him on the podcast.
Did you get the meet and greet?
No, because I'm going with my bestie, and I don't want to like leave my bestie behind, and I can't afford both. So it's cool. We're gonna have a bestie night.
Step your pussy up. You fucking it up.
Expensive.
They are expensive though. They really are expensive. They're expensive, and I was like,
you know who announced the tour this week, and I like looked at tickets, and I might just do it. El DeBarge, Babyface, Casey, and who's the fourth? There's a fourth person. Uncle Charlie. Uncle Charlie. I know it. Right. No, I thought you meant like regular Joe. It'd be more regular Joe than JoJo. But Uncle Charlie, I was like, ooh, that's just gonna be a good ass picnic ass concert.
Yeah. That would be good though.
And it's at a pavilion too. So I'm like,
I know this is the hot take. But I want to see that Chris Brown concert though.
I kind of want to too.
I really do. That's a hot take.
I gotta do.
But baby, that lineup for this Chris Brown concert.
Yes,
I'm so mad. I'm so mad they're not coming over here.
And I haven't seen him live either. And
I have. And the boy is a performer.
Oh, 1000%.
I've seen him live, and he got Summer Walker, and then he also has Janae Aiko as well. And then who was the other person that he got?
I forget
There's another person. Baby, it's the R&B. It's the R&B fest.
Yeah.
Okay. And this concert is going to be everything.
Bryson Tiller.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that Summer Walker, Heart of a Woman, or whatever. Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Didn't we have that episode? I guess 6 episodes, 6 years. We said that Summer Walker have several seats. Sorry, Summer. I like you. Little Summer Walker having several seats.
Damn, I forgot we said that. Baby, but that's because she had said something out her mouth. I forgot what she had said though. She had said something. We were like, no, that ain't it.
We're gonna say this too. Community, we be cracking ourselves up at the titles of our episodes. I don't know if y'all be paying attention. but we be having a key when we title these episodes. So pay attention. Pay attention. 6 years in, from here on out, pay attention. Some weeks is a little maybe straightforward, but we be cracking
Most of the
ourselves
time, the alliteration is on fire.
Literally.
Yeah.
Well, community, I know we're kind of at the end of the episode here, but again,
Yes.
6 years is because of you all paying attention and listening and sharing and commenting and forming this community. So thank you. That's all I can honestly say. Like,
Yeah.
there's very few other words I can really say. It's just thank you, because it's still fun to do. like, you know, and it's because you guys are encouraging us. So obviously, you know, there's just other stuff that we hopefully continue to build on this. But at the foundation of it, week on week, is the conversations that you're feeding us. That we're like, okay, they interested in that. Let's talk about it. And we interested too. So thank you. Continue to rock with us. You know, continue to comment.
Share,
we haven't done
like,
share.
get yourself some merch.
Yeah,
Get yourself some
we need
merch.
to put some new stuff out there.
Yeah.
But
And also too,
we'll
I
get
want to say, I also
summertime,
want
we'll
to
put
say,
some stuff.
I want to say, shout out to the world for being a fucking mess and giving us content every single week. You know, like y'all crazy motherfuckers out here are some real ones. You know, talking out the side of your neck is a talent, and I appreciate your backwards ass talent because that gives us someone to drag and talk about. So you know, just thank y'all too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I'd rather
Sierra.
not have nothing to talk about then, though. Because some of these motherfuckers crazy. But you're right. Hold on. And then let's see here. Before we got here, Derek said we're going to meet him. Just wait. I'm manifesting that shit. Or you could have just got a ticket, Derek. That's what you could have done. That's what you could have done. I'll just playing.
Damn. On that note, thanks, community.
I'm just playing with y'all. But anything else in your hearts and minds before we get out of here?
No, we love
No,
y'all,
that's it.
and just
Love
keep
y'all.
rocking, and we're gonna keep giving you more content. And if there's stuff that you would like to see or suggestions that you have, let us know. And
Yeah, for
also,
sure.
y'all know where we at, so y'all let us know when you out in these streets, because
That part.
it ain't nothing for us to just hop on a train, a plane, or an automobile to go somewhere. So let us know
That
where
part.
y'all
It's
at.
about
So
to
we
be
can,
pride season. We
can
know
be
you're about to be out for at
we're
least a
gonna be
little
out there in
bit.
these streets.
They be saying I'll be out there, but we see y'all out there every once in a while. We're like, okay, you
They
said
see
you
us
wasn't,
out
but you
there.
here.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, until the next episode, and until the next live episode, and all that stuff too. Wash your hands, your legs, your ass, because it's about to get to spring and summer. We don't want no funky ass. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
y'all.
And Super Kid said, "Love you too. Keep up the great work. Thank you, love."
Thanks, Justin.